اینکه ما الان سالمیم، همه بچه ها سالم، همه مردم دنیا به حالشون بهتره، بر ما داریم اینجا دور هم غذا میخوریم.
بستی تو تا بار سفر از خونه ما، خاموش و سرد بی تو این کاشونه ما. رفتی سفر ای بی خبر از ما تمده، جای تو غم شد همدم و هم خونه ما. هر جا میرم یادت همیشه، هرگز ازم جدا نمیشه. هرچند که این سفر کوتاهه، اما دلم رضا نمیشه. تو در این سفر خدایا ز بلا نگه بدارش، که دل امیدوارم به خیال او نشسته. شبی از درد فراقش رو به میخانه نمودم، دیدم از بخت سیاهم در میخانه ببسته. فقط آرزوم همینه که تو از سفر بیایی، نکنه یه وقت بمیره دلم از غم جدایی. تو در این سفر خدایا ز بلا نگه بدارش، که دل امیدوارم به خیال او نشسته. شبی از درد فراقش رو به میخانه نمودم، دیدم از بخت سیاهم در میخانه ببسته.
فقط آرزوم همینه که تو از سفر بیایی، نکنه یه وقت بمیره دلم از غم جدایی. بستی تو تا بار سفر از خونه ما، خاموش و سرد بی تو این کاشونه ما. رفتی سفر بی خبر از ماتم دل، جای تو غم شد همدم و هم خونه ما. هر جا میرم یادت همیشه، هرگز ازم جدا نمیشه. هرچند که این سفر کوتاهه، اما دلم رضا نمیشه. تو در این سفر خدایا ز بلا نگه بدارش، که دل امیدوارم به خیال او نشسته. شبی از درد فراقش رو به میخانه نمودم، دیدم از وقت سیاهم در میخانه ببسته. فقط آرزوم همینه که تو از سفر بیایی، نکنه یه وقت بمیره دلم از غم جدایی فقط آرزو همینه که تو از سفر بیای نکنه
یواش یواش اومدم در خونتون ترسون ترسون لرزون لرزون اومدم در خونتون یک شاخه گل در دستم سر راحت بشستم از پنجره منو دیدی مثل گلها خندیدی آه به خدا آه نگهت از خاطرم گفتم به خدا گناهه دل منتظر و چشم به راهه ای من به فدات ناز نکن تو با چشم سیاد ناز نکن تو این 2 روز دنیا مثل چوب دو رویا گذرونه با هم آشتی کنیم که بهار دوباره گل فشونه پرسون یواش اومدم در خونتون ترسون لرزون لرزون اومدم در خونتون یک شاخه گل در دستم سر راحت بشستم از پنجره منو دیدی مثل گلها خندیدی
You're literally in time for food. We waited. Welcome. خوش آمدید بفرمایید.
مرسی.
چای، شیرینی،
پپسی، کوکا.
الهی قربونت برم قربونش برم اومده بیا Always be does, you know that.
Yes, I do. I do. Hello, how are you?
Good to
see you.
Hello,
I'm Marisa. I'm a friend of Sharis.
Hello, my name
Very
is
nice to
Shahrokh.
meet you.
Marisa, this is my older brother, Sharon. He came from Virginia.
Can you say hello to
I
everybody?
can tell or not, he loves.
How you doing?
Hi, good to see you again.
Good to see you again.
He loves capturing the moment. So he never.
Capture that.
Yeah.
So that little thing is a camera?
Yes.
Wow.
Daishan, would you like some apple cider? It's like apple
I need
juice.
something, a little bit of hot tea or
Hot tea.
water. Even hot water is good.
They met for first time 2 years ago. And then
Hello, Chris.
She had long point.
Hello, hey.
Colleen was
Working
taking a
hard?
picture of Shahrokh
Yeah.
At the Capitol, it was on rooftop.
How you doing?
Good to see you.
Good seeing you as well.
Today, and then obviously Shahrokh went to her.
The trip up was okay?
I want to have a proposition.
Roads are good, not too much traffic. A little bit traffic at places, but not much.
That's good.
We talked to someone.
You take a
We
picture of
FaceTime.
me with Capitol.
I was on the phone with him.
He was taking apart a computer.
I know, and then I passed out.
Yeah.
Putting it back together.
I think I tell that part.
No.
But I will say, oh my God, your daughter, Sean is so funny because she's like, her brother had that. Highly unusual for me to. I have been probably at least 10 years old.
Carve that leg up.
Carve it up? Okay.
Yeah, let's put it done. No, I was joking. If you're going to attempt that, I was joking.
You don't want to cut it up?
They're hard to cut off because it's got a lot of tendons in them.
Beautiful.
Put it the other. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Put the crispy part up.
Okay, perfect.
Yes, not the taste.
What?
I didn't fall because I couldn't. I mean, I remained.
Too many people were around you.
And where is this?
That is, Shayda made that, it's a
Stuffing, vegetarian stuffing. That looks so good. Made with carrots, celery, mushrooms, and veggie broth. Sounds great.
Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom. Commencing countdown, engines on.
green bean.
Check ignition and make us
I'm not no gravy because the gravy is not vegetarian.
Oh, that's true.
I'm not gonna get sick if I eat it. And in
ground
fact, as
control
I
to Major Tom.
I have no choice but to eat meat. I'm gonna get sick from it. I just don't like it.
It's the great solution
And
to
the
the most
papers
important
won't
world
know who shot you away.
right?
Now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare. And this is Major Tom to ground control.
No, it's vegetarian, but it's not tofu. It's not made with soy. It's called seitan.
And I'm floating in a most peculiar way. And the stars look fair tonight.
It's okay, I'm used to it.
For he so romantic. Planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing I can do. And though I'm past 100,000 miles, I'm feeling very still.
I heard this guy named by his time.
Though I think my spaceship
And then I realized who he was.
I think it was 80.
tell my wife you've heard everything. She knows. Ground control to Major Tom. Your circuit's dead. There's something wrong. Can you hear me, Major Tom?
I haven't been
Can you
able to
hear
do that. Nobody do that.
Can you
She did quite well eventually, but it must have been really difficult at the beginning.
It's so hard. It's incredible to start from a place that you don't know the language, you don't know where you're even going, where you're going to sleep that night.
Well, there seems to be a community, or there was at the time an enclave of people from Scandinavia, or New York, and they took her in and helped her out.
Wow. Talk about community.
Yeah, and so because I mean, some of the details of her story are particularly, but most of the people who came under those circumstances had a hard time, so they were helping each other.
Wow.
Or so I was told.
Wow.
And she was a very young woman.
Uh-huh.
She was, well, she had just gotten pregnant at that time. And she did well.
Wow.
And perhaps back then, it might have been seen as less. Everybody had such a hard story that her story was perhaps a little bit more unusual. That everybody had a difficult story to tell.
Coming across.
So.
Wow, that is incredible.
So yeah, that's
Poker game. Oh, you think that's a hard story? Let me tell you
yeah,
my
they
story.
did. What happened
Oh,
to me?
yeah.
What happened to me?
Let me tell you my
Yeah,
story.
yeah. Because I mean, people came because they couldn't manage where they were.
Yeah.
So everybody had a difficult story to tell.
That's true. I have one friend who her fiance is Swedish from I think its grandparents came here. But what's so funny is they have this beautiful coffee table that's actually a chest. And it's a chest that has the Louis Vuitton design on it. And they put a piece of glass on it. And so I was like, where did you find this Louis Vuitton chest that you converted into a coffee table? And she said his grandparents, when they came to this country, this is how they traveled, with chests.
That's what they started with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Louis Vuitton started with chests, and then I forget what happened. There was some like economic downturn, and so they said, okay, like I need to still make money, but I can't afford like these big pieces of leather and stuff. So they started making like smaller goods, like wallets and stuff like that.
Interesting. So while immigrants do have hard stories, how can you get a chest? I mean, they must have been well off, but to travel with chests that have that much nice leather on them, I wonder what that must have been like.
That was a way of life, though.
You
had a chest, and that's all your belongings. You're coming across the United States. There's thousands of stories like that. And, I mean, everything that you own is in a chest.
Okay.
So you had to make the chest very durable. So the leather would probably be thick and highest grade.
Might as well get Louis Vuitton.
Well, yeah, but it probably wasn't the high-end designer back then.
It was the one and only.
They landed in that. They were
a
lucky.
Functional chest.
They found like a Google stock really early on, essentially. That's funny.
What are you talking about?
We were talking about
Louis Vuitton
stories.
Chest before he was a big designer, and it cost
Louis Vuitton, is that what you said?
Yeah, before it cost $8 million for a wallet.
Yeah.
It started out with Chris said as making chests, like leather chests. Where
Louis Vuitton started out making chests? No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, neither did
Trunks.
Trunks. Yeah.
Liner trunks. That was his specialty.
Oh, wow.
But of course, if you're gonna go on the Titanic, well, no, actually for the Titanic, let's think of a different, for that kind of liner. I don't know, the Queen Elizabeth. You wanna bring it on trunk, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah. When you see those old movies, you see them. Yeah.
When I went to college, I had a big chest. It wasn't Louis Vuitton. It was a big, stupid
Do you
metal.
have it? You can
Yes,
convert it to a coffee table.
You know the chest. It's blue.
No, we sold it.
Oh man.
Oh, that's right.
We sold it, Todd.
Oh my God.
We were gonna move.
That was
And someone was like,
that was
"Oh
from
my God, I can
1823.
use this as a coffee table." And
They had the same idea. Yeah.
yes, do you remember the woman who was she was gonna paint it?
Yeah. Well, anyway, everything to go to college, everything was in that chest. I mean.
Wow.
When I
that
was in
same thing
college,
with
I
me.
didn't have a Louis Vuitton.
No, we never.
I got them.
We had we were kind of shipped out with a trunk, and that was it. When I think about what you went to college with, I mean, it was like when I went to college, it was like, here's your check. I'm going like 12 hours away. I'm like, here it is. Here, like you're kind of just like, okay. I mean, it's like 2 jackets, a few pairs of it.
We had a whole car packed.
Oh, Chris had 2 cars.
This day, yeah.
Wasn't like that.
Yeah,
back in our
then.
day.
Oh, it's terrible to say like
When
back in
was
our day,
that?
but it is true.
Pardon?
When was that?
What, going to college?
76,
late
right?
70s.
But those days they were just
Dorm?
no. You were using chest. I mean, not baggages. Like
Trunks. They would.
Trunks.
Yeah,
Trunks.
we actually where I went to school, they would just give it was like a big trunk, like these cheap trunks, and I don't know what we were supposed to use it for. Also, like maybe like a nightstand or something like that in our dorm rooms. But yeah, we were all
Just trunks, huh?
we all had like a
Did
trunk.
you have
and
like nice clothes in it? Do you have like a suit and everything in it and stuff like that?
No.
suit.
Oh, why would I need a suit at college?
Because okay, see
Interviews?
that's the difference. Like nowadays you need like a suit
Interviews.
for interviews
You do.
and everything like that.
Well, now when as a freshman going to college, I wasn't going to pack a suit for interviews. Okay.
Holiday parties.
I mean, it was just
Right.
basic necessities. I mean, it was jeans.
I mean, it
and
was bare
sweatshirts
bones. I mean, back then it was bare bones. I mean, my parents,
get
when I
by.
think about what they sent me off with, and I was like, I begged to take the bicycle. I was like, well,
Oh,
how am I going to
bicycle.
get around? Oh, I wanted, and I had a bike at home. And I was like, and I loved to bike. I mean, I was I was like, can I please take the bike? And my father was like, no, bike, no, not going. And I'm like, and finally my mother said, I'll talk to your father. So I got the bike. We took the bike out. And I'm trying to think, that may have been maybe my junior year. And so, and my father didn't want the bike at all. And we didn't do the trip in one day. We did the trip in 2 days. And then it was on the back of the trunk. So it was like, oh, now I have to take the bike off with like the bike. I was like, sorry, Dad. So then take it out there. And then when I was coming home for the summer, they came to pick me up. And then he was like, the bike has to stay. We're not taking it back home. I was like, no, we've got to take the bike back home. And then, I felt so bad. So we did the same thing again, 2 days trip. And then my father goes to remove the bike and it tears off. There was like a silver strip. It was an Impala.
Oh, no.
And it tears off the strip on his car. And my father was, this is why I didn't want the bike. And I was like, well, that's the way it goes. But we were sent off, really, back then, you were sent off with next to nothing.
Wow.
So we had hardly anything. You could like pack the night before for college because you didn't have much.
Wow.
Only clothing.
Yeah, clothing,
Yeah.
and then they sent with a few toiletries, like, you know, but there were no, I mean, when I think about that compared to today, what a difference.
Oh,
Like I could come home on a plane with just like 2 suitcases, and that would be it.
Mm-hmm.
Like come home for good.
Wow.
Come home for good.
Now you gotta have 2 big trucks.
We have
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, to move to
Exactly.
Ithaca, it was your car packed, my car packed, Chris's car packed, my dad's huge van packed.
Well,
And our place is
there was
furnished.
a lot. There was only like half.
One truck for sound
Only
system.
The van. We only took like half the stuff out of that. There was a ton of stuff that he left, like still in the van.
It
But
was a lot though. It was like 70%.
yeah.
I mean, the worst was when we moved Katie to Colorado.
Yeah.
Well,
This
the nightmare.
is my daughter.
Katie
Well,
has
there was
Clothes.
more
than
to it.
me.
That was,
Oh, she has more clothes than you, absolutely. And the
Rent
shoes?
SUV that broke down was part of that. That was when she had a crap, like
Oh,
87
yeah,
bags.
yeah.
But she's
Oh,
really
well-
fashionable, so it's worth it.
Well, Katie had a crap load of stuff. I mean, I rented an SUV. Between the 3 of us in this SUV, I mean, there was not a cubic inch of space left. And the day before we were ready to move her into the dorm, because we had to stay at a hotel,
Oh, this is for the dorm.
this new SUV decided to die.
Oh, no.
Somehow made it back. I couldn't come to a stop, and we were like 2 miles from the hotel. Blowing through stop signs, I got 5 miles per hour. All the lights are going, ding, 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 and finally made it back. It was like, had to call them up to get a replacement. And it just happened to be like 6:03. The local place closed at 6 o'clock.
No.
So they had to bring. So we're an hour and a half from Denver Airport.
No.
They have to bring a new SUV all the way from there. Twice they called. There was a recording. Oh, your car is 20 minutes away. Because one of the things is that it's got to be at least this size or bigger. So 2 times, call and go out there, never showed up. I called them. It's like, oh, that was a false call. Finally, okay, you and Katie, you took off, went to eat. I'm sitting there waiting.
We're hungry.
Yeah.
That's dinner.
It's 10:30, and the guy finally comes with a SUV, and it's a smaller SUV, and I'm like much smaller, and I'm like going, there's no way this is gonna fit. Thank goodness he stayed with me, because I'm like going, not gonna make it. Pulled everything out into the parking lot of the Hilton Hotel, and he and I worked, and we just stacked, racked, and packed, and we got it in there, but there really was zero room, and we only had to go a quarter mile basically the next day because we were right.
Is it like UC Denver?
Pardon?
UC Denver you were going?
No, this was at Colorado State.
Fort Collins.
Oh, Fort Collins.
Yeah, Colorado State. So it was, about an hour and 15 minutes from Denver.
South.
No, it's actually north. It's actually not far. It's about 45 minutes south of
Fort
Wyoming.
Collins.
Yeah.
You're close
So
to
that's where
Wyoming
she
border.
went. Yeah, we weren't far from the Wyoming.
South is Colorado Springs, goes down south.
Yeah, Colorado Springs is south. Yeah.
And northwest is the other one. What's in northwest of Denver?
Northwest?
Northwest of Denver's like nothing.
Isn't
There's-
that-
there's
No,
not-
that would be
Boulder?
Boulder. Well, Boulder is
Oh, Northwest,
west.
oh yeah,
That's
Boulder,
UC.
Boulder.
So University of
Northeast.
Colorado would be,
That's
that's
a
a
nice
little,
campus,
that's, yeah. Actually, my daughter's in Boulder today,
Already?
celebrating Thanksgiving. Her boyfriend is from Boulder.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a nice place.
Yeah.
His dad was a professor at Virginia Tech previously, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian's dad, yeah. And he, at UC, also University of Colorado.
Yeah, here's a few
Denver.
places.
Yeah.
You see that?
Oh, this was UC at Boulder. But I guess UC does have, campuses in Denver too.
Right,
Yeah. So,
that's near downtown.
yeah. Yeah, because I think we passed by the
What area is
UC
Brian's dad
Denver,
in?
like when we were driving around.
Boulder?
No, like what field does
I've
he-
actually
Oh,
never
right.
been to UC at Boulder.
He's not an
I've
engineer.
never-
He might be.
It's all
If
mountains.
he was
Hey,
taught
That's
it
what I
today.
hear.
Don't,
My
I
niece,
don't know.
Shouldn't he be a,
my sister's daughter graduated from UC,
not
It's a
necessarily.
big school, there's tons
but
of
I
different.
never got to go there.
It's a good school.
They're Swedish, right?
no.
They're
Who?
not. They're not Swedish.
They're Finnish.
Finnish.
Who are we talking about now?
Brian.
Brian.
I thought it was,
Swedish.
I actually thought it was.
I think the dad is different. He's like the mom is just regular and the dad is fully
What's regular?
European, like
Like,
mixed.
No, I think the mom is just American. I think they
Oh,
were
okay.
born, I don't think there's any ethnicity like outside of the US, but that's what I thought.
Right.
All of her sisters are in Iowa,
Mhm.
I believe, something like that, but I thought they were all, oh no, is it Indiana?
That's it, I was gonna say, dude.
But I thought it was
People
just the
actually live in
father.
Iowa?
I thought it was just the father that
Yes,
was.
yes, exactly. I meant mixed, like just how all Americans are mixed.
I'm
Yeah.
almost positive they're Finnish because I remember asking them, do they know the company Vaisala, which is in Boulder, which is a Finnish company they used to do business with. So why would I'm thinking logically, why would I ask them that if they said they were Swedish?
What's his name again?
Stein,
Stein.
Cool.
yeah.
But anyhow, Katie has a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
And to this day.
Wait, his
has-
first name is Stein?
Yeah.
Yes.
Steinster?
Yes.
Wow.
Instead of mystery, he goes beer.
It's so funny because I don't know
Beer
if you're
Steinster.
changing your name or whatever, but I said, well, if Shayda chooses to pick up the show, I said it'd be Shayda Shabasi Shul. I said, which is really
Alliteration.
funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That's
be show,
really
show,
funny. I don't know. I mean,
Exactly. I don't,
SSS.
yeah.
yeah, isn't that funny?
At work, so we have a docket where every attorney is assigned some cases, and essentially they have like a docketing system where they tell whose case is whose. And they check the initials to see who has to work on what. And mine is always SS7 because there's so many people with SS. And so I'm the seventh one, and I always wanted to be SSS so that there's no other person and I can have that. So I'm like, finally, I get to be SSS and have my own perfect,
Are you gonna,
initials.
Did you decide what you're gonna do with your name?
I don't have a middle name, so my last name, my maiden name will be my middle name.
So you're gonna pick up the name of Shul?
Yes.
The only reason why I'm asking, this is funny because I was reading an article in the Washington Post, where I'm going with this, about in the travel section.
Okay.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it was, they were traveling to some country
Uh-huh.
that required the vaccination. And she had just
Oh,
gotten married.
Yeah.
And what was
Wow.
the vaccination record,
Wasn't her maiden name,
maiden name,
Oh,
and
her
the
passport wasn't her new name.
yeah,
Oh
or
my
something, or
God.
vice
Yeah.
versa. And she had a lot
Problems.
of trouble,
Sure.
right? Because it didn't match up in their system.
Uh-huh.
So it was
A mess.
problematic, and I said, ooh, I need to tell Shayda about that.
So
she
going
had her
overseas, getting married and all that good stuff.
Well, but,
It's
I mean,
funny.
you may not change your
Yeah.
name by that, but I'm just saying it was something I probably never would have thought of. You know what I'm saying? How your
Definitely.
vaccination would be your vaccination record and your maiden name, and then, everything else, your ticket, your passport, if you were to get it renewed or something in your new name, and they were saying it presented, because remember, she was a writer, actually, and she said I was supposed to get pictures, and I didn't think I was gonna get into the country, and I can't remember what country it was.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
think you could request to change your vaccination card, maybe go and
Yes.
change that before you travel.
You can, when I went in to get the booster, because there was some, because it had not, and it stayed in my wallet and didn't look all that good.
Uh-huh.
She asked, I didn't know you could do this, she goes, would you like me to
Like
redo,
Your
with
card.
your card, and then I'll add the booster to it, because it's looking kind of beat up. I said, sure, so obviously they can redo
Oh,
them.
good.
But I'm saying to change the name on it might be a little bit
Well,
more
it may.
administratively like challenging. I don't know what you'd have to do,
Yeah,
but it was something I wouldn't have thought of.
totally. Yeah.
And she didn't think of it either. She was like, I never even thought about
Do
that.
they have your date of birth and everything on the vaccination card?
I think you did it with this on the vaccination
I could
card,
see someone be
right?
like, oh yeah, that's you, okay. Just making a new
Depends
one.
on the country, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Very easy going.
Well, it depends on if you go to,
Everything
what's
has to
that,
be precise.
where did we go? Dr. RX or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
my doctor's.
My
doctor's
pharmacy.
pharmacy. Yeah,
Like,
Me
whatever
too,
you want.
us.
You go to my doctor's pharmacy and you ask for whoever,
Thank you.
Jimmy,
I was
yeah,
like,
you'll get a new one real quick.
Over 60.
That's where I got my booster.
Yeah, me
Oh,
too.
really?
Yeah.
My
And then
doctor's.
after you would have called Todd. Is that action?
No, that's Zhaleh.
Zhaleh is that?
جاله
My mom's
آقای
friend
جاله
is
میخواد این خانمه رو ببره
gonna take my.
Oh, Jolly?
Yeah.
جاله is here
This is really so
Zhaleh.
sure.
جاله is here
Zhaleh, tell her to come in.
دائما بهش بگو که بفرمایید.
فوتی یزید
Zhaleh خانم بفهمید که
Oh, it's locked in.
My mom's friend was Marisa is a mutual friend of. So she's coming to pick up Marisa because Marisa lives in DC and she wants to. I think she Ubered. Yeah, and then she's gonna go to her other friend's house for Thanksgiving.
Oh, nice.
That you can't compare.
Because I know you will definitely.
They're not gonna beat the stuffing though.
سلام خانم. Hi, شما.
قربانش
Hello. Hi. How are you? Let me just say hi to
چطوری
her.
عزیز
قربان
دلم؟
شما. خیلی ممنون. We're just waiting for dessert for you.
قربانت.
Oh no, thank you. They are waiting for us.
How many people are there?
A lot of people.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Hi. I'm Zhaleh. I'm a friend of Sharis, Shahrokh, and Shayda. It's a pleasure to meet you. Yes. Hi.
You know everybody.
John?
Oh, you know everybody. Oh, you didn't
Your
say my
family,
name.
yes.
Zhaleh was our
Yeah.
Virginia Tech,
Classmate.
she was with
Yeah.
same time, same
Oh, nice.
That's so cool.
She did civil engineering.
Jokies.
Had you met before?
No.
Well, I met her before I met Sharis.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were sitting next to each other at a presentation at the Wilson Center. The Wilson Center for Scholars at Tenkan. So it was on gender issues in something in the environment, I think. So we started talking, and that was 3.5 years
Zhaleh,
ago.
what was your major
And
at
you were
Virginia
sharing,
Tech?
Jhaleh, who
What was
introduced me
your
to
major
Sharis.
at Virginia
I
Tech?
was
Civil
yeah.
engineering.
Through Zhaleh.
It's through her.
And my mom has made dessert for you, and everybody's waiting for dessert, so they said go pick up.
I'm
Marisa.
asking you, please stay for tea and dessert.
No, but we are having dessert and tea at all.
شما دسر سرخود هستی.
And her
I
mom
know
is such a great cook herself too, and they
No, yeah, she bakes. I don't.
And she was
I don't
close
bake.
by?
We are like about 10 minutes away.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
close.
that's
Yeah.
why. I mean, when I knew that, when I learned that she was coming here, I said, okay, then we'll eat your turkey, I'll pick you up for dessert, and then we'll take her home.
Nice. So should I start
It's good to
making
have-
the rounds, giving kisses?
If you would.
That's so cute.
All right. What are we doing? Okay. Lovely. Nice meeting you. And
Very
nice meeting you. Mwah. My It was lovely meeting you. Congratulations. Love it.
عزیزم
20 years
کسی
in the
اونجا
US, I
خونه
still do it a year.
حالا اونه بینش نوبتی هست کنار
This is right.
به خودتون تو خیلی دلم خواهد بیرم چند روز پیش به شاریس گفتم تو هر جا بری اثر میذاری
هم خوشگله هم باهوشه هم سویتار
از قلب خوبی داری
خیلی
Yes.
Shahrokh would be
Hi, Swan.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Pardon my barging in, you know, kind of like doing the whirlwind. And it was a pleasure meeting all of you and seeing some of you and all that good stuff.
Well, enjoy the rest of your
Thank
Thanksgiving.
you.
It's always good to.
بقول من خوش میگذری به سرعت از کنار ما
Yes, they are. Yeah, they are. I don't win, honest to God. I was born with
So
that.
lucky.
Ask your
Dessert to go.
So lucky. That's so beautiful.
so sweet.
Seriously,
My son.
seriously,
He's
they're like,
handsome.
I'm sure, I am sure.
We'll have you guys over, definitely. It's a promise. من هیچ یدم میگه بابا ما اینا رو هم فقط یه دفعه دیدیم گفتم نه بابا دعوتشون میکنیم بیان I know. I mean he sits and with a very serious face he's like was that only one time thing?
نه بابا منزل منم ایشون نیومدم باید بیان.
Sure.
It was so good. Sorry I delayed on tea and all that. So
No,
but
it's fine.
It's good always to go to two different
It was lovely.
حالا یه روز شاریس جا خانم بیا وقتی میام اونجا خانم
قربونتون برم من حتما ولی من حتما خواهش میکنم تشریف بیار نه بابا چه اذیتی من نه قربونتون برم چون دلم میخواد مامانم هم که چون واقعا مامانم هم دوست دارم ببیننتون واسه همین خیلی دلم میخواد مامانم هم میام رفته مسافرت الانم چیز ممی شوهرم داره یه 3 هفته میره ایران بعد از 3 سال
موقع خوبی نیست برای کرونا
بوسترشو زده و باید باید بره دیگه بالاخره خب با اجازت قربون شما برم منم همینطور انشالله که همیشه شادی و خوبی باشه What's the lovely thing you قربونت برم من شرم جان مرسی عزیزم بابا عزیزم Take good care قربونتون برم با اجازتون ببخشید دوباره من اینجوری اومدم
اینجوری میگم از پس استفاده میکردی میرفتی نزیدی اگه میشه میدونم میگم مثلا اینجایی بری ببینیم نداره آماده چیزی